Welcome back to our channel, In History Enthusiasts. Today, we're delving into a fascinating and often overlooked aspect of ancient history, the role of companions, particularly prostitution, in ancient societies. From the bustling streets of ancient Rome to the sacred temples of Greece, we'll explore how prostitution shaped cultures and economies. So, sit back and join us on this intriguing journey through time. Prostitution, often dubbed the oldest profession, has been a significant part of human history. In ancient times, it wasn't just a means of livelihood, but also played crucial roles in religion, economy, and society. Let's start with an overview of prostitution in some of the most notable ancient civilizations. In ancient Mesopotamia, prostitution was not only accepted, but also institutionalized in some respects. The goddess Ishtar, associated with love, beauty, sex, and fertility, had priestesses who engaged in ritual prostitution. These sacred prostitutes, known as naditu, were considered intermediaries between worshippers and the divine. Moving to ancient Greece, prostitution was embedded in both secular and religious life. The most renowned were the hetairai, educated and cultured women who were more than just companions. They were courtesans, skilled in conversation and the arts. Then there were the hierodules, or sacred prostitutes, who served in temples dedicated to Aphrodite, the goddess of love. These women played a role in rituals meant to ensure fertility and prosperity. In ancient Rome, prostitution was widespread and varied greatly in terms of status and settings. From street prostitutes called meretrices to high-class courtesans known as lupi, these women were part of everyday life. The Roman legal system even had regulations and taxes related to prostitution, reflecting its integration into Roman society. Ancient Egypt had a more nuanced view of prostitution. While it existed, it was less institutionalized than in Mesopotamia or Greece. Prostitution was often associated with lower-class women, but there are also tales of high-status courtesans who wielded significant influence. Interestingly, some evidence suggests that even the act of prostitution had religious connotations, with links to the worship of Hathor, the goddess of love and motherhood. Prostitution had significant social and economic impacts in ancient civilizations. It provided an economic avenue for women, albeit with varying degrees of autonomy and respect. In many cases, it contributed to the local economy through taxation and regulation. Additionally, these women often played roles in social networks, spreading information and influencing political and economic decisions. Let's dive into some personal stories and anecdotes from ancient history. One famous example is Aspasia of Miletus, a hetaira in ancient Greece who was the companion of Pericles, one of Athens' greatest leaders. She was known for her intelligence and political acumen, influencing many philosophical and political discussions. In Rome, the poet Ovid wrote about Corinna, a courtesan who inspired many of his love poems. The legacy of ancient prostitution is complex and multifaceted. While often stigmatized, these women were integral to the fabric of ancient societies. Modern perceptions are slowly evolving to recognize their contributions beyond the stigmatized roles they were confined to. Scholars continue to uncover the nuances of their lives, offering a more comprehensive understanding of their impact on history. Prostitution in ancient China had its unique characteristics. During the Tang dynasty, courtesans were highly respected and often engaged in poetry, music, and dance. They played significant roles in cultural and social events, often influencing the art and politics of their time. These women, known as qinglu or flower houses, were part of the vibrant social fabric of ancient Chinese cities. In ancient India, prostitution was also a recognized and regulated profession. The courtesans, or ganikas, were often well-educated and skilled in the arts, including music, dance, and poetry. They were patronized by kings and wealthy merchants and held a respected status in society. Temples even had devadasis, women dedicated to serving the deity through dance and music, though their role later took on more negative connotations. During the Middle Ages in Europe, prostitution faced varying degrees of acceptance and regulation. In many towns, brothels were legalized and taxed by the authorities. The church initially tolerated these establishments, viewing them as a necessary evil to curb greater sins. However, attitudes shifted over time, leading to crackdowns and moralistic reforms. It's fascinating to compare how different ancient cultures approached prostitution. While the specifics varied, a common thread is the recognition of prostitution's role in society, whether through economic contributions, cultural influence, or religious significance. Understanding these diverse perspectives helps us appreciate the complex history of this profession. And there you have it, a glimpse into the intimate histories of companions in ancient times. Prostitution in ancient history was far more than just a profession. It was intertwined with religion, economy, and social structures. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating historical explorations. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in history.